here and jump in for game number 2. Browser playable. EXFIL. I haven't played this one yet. Based on a movie about a fake movie. Barely. Alright. Argo 2012. Never saw it. Looks like it could be good. Alright, let's check it out. On the first game jam based on the final-ish scene in Argo, was very close to not even submitting, gave it a menu and an end scene, and there you go. It's very hard to finish. A lot of times when I'm doing a jam, to make it across that finish line can be a real challenge. I like to use a list tool. I use Trello, but I'm not trying to push that or anything, but just some sort of tool to keep track of kind of all the little items that I want to do in the game. And then as I get closer to the deadline, I'll go and I'll start to cut things. And I have a cut list. And I come back to that cut list after the game jam and look back at those features to see if I want to bring them back into the game again, if I'm going to go further. So I don't lose sight of my ideas. They always persist. But I'm able to make those decisions as I'm going through so I can get to the end and kind of have something to submit finally. If you play Larva, which is my game that I submitted, there's a lot of things that we still wanted to do that we didn't put into the game at the end because it was getting late and we were one day from submission and things just started to go off to the cut list. And there's a Trello board that's got like to do, doing, done, cut. And the cut list has quite a bit of cards in it. We actually want to have a whole nother level in the game where you would go into the ear before you got into Chekhov's brain, and we weren't able to implement that at all. So a lot of stuff like that was cut off, and that's what I would recommend. I don't know if this is the entire thing here, or if I'm waiting for something else to load up, because he did say he gave it a menu, so maybe there's something that's not quite working right. I'll post this in the comments, and if there's something I'm missing, or maybe you have an EXE, you can send it to me. I can load it up and play your game that way, because I definitely do want to give it a go. And then check out something like Trello or some other kind of tool that you can use to keep track of what you want to do in really small tasks, if you will, and itemize out what your goal is and try to use the small pieces to get there. And then feel free to just throw stuff, and you're not throwing it away. You can come back and implement it later, but it's a really good way to make sure that you do enough work to have some sort of product at the end of the jam that you can submit. And maybe you already know this, so just kind of trying to give feedback because I can't play. So go ahead and shoot me the details, and if there's an update or there's some changes you want to make, send them my way and I'll give your game another go. Alright, thanks a lot, and I'm going to go and grab your URL here and I'll post that. I like the artwork there on the card. The game didn't load for me, so, and it could be me, could be something I'm doing.